Hi, it's Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is Goofy Goes to the Fair for 1990. So let's get started. It was the first day of the county fair. Nobody wanted to miss it, especially not Goofy. He whistled a happy tune as he climbed into his car. Oh, faithful, it took him a few tries to start up the engine, but soon he was on his way. He thought about the rides and games. He thought about the cotton candy. He didn't see the steam that was coming out from the front of the car. Mickey was on his way to the fair, too. The fast new express train is the best way to go, thought Mickey. I'll get my tickets at the station. But when Mickey got to the station, he heard some bad news. I'm sorry, sir, said the clerk. Our train don't go anywhere near the fair. Maybe you should try the bus instead. Then he handed Mickey a bus goer. Mickey looked at the Mickey looked at the scour. He looked at his watch. Oh no, he exclaimed. The bus leaves in 10 minutes. He raced toward the bus stop, but before Mickey could reach it, the bus pulled away. Just then, Goofy drove up beside Mickey. Hey, Mickey, he called. Old Faithful and I are on our way to the fair. Would you like a ride? Think, panted Mickey. But the road to the fair is pretty rough. There's a big mountain to get over, too. It looks like Old Faithful is already having trouble. Goofy. Mickey stared at the steaming car. Oh, that's just Old Faithful radiator acting up again, said Goofy. All it needs is a drink of water, and we'll be ready to go. Goofy got out the car. Splash, splash, splash went the water as he poured it into the thirsty car. See, said Goofy. Good as new. Are you sure we can make it? Asked Mickey. I think we can, answered Goofy. Well, then, Mickey declared. Let's get going. There's no time to lose. Minnie and Daisy had arrived at the bus stop in time to take the bus to the fair. Each of them hoped to win a ribbon as they happily rode along on the big new bus. Minnie showed Daisy the quilt she had made for the craft contest. Daisy showed Minnie the pie she was planning to enter in the pie baking contest. That pie smelled great, declared Minnie. You'll win a blue ribbon for sure. If we get to the fair in time, that says. The bus won't have any trouble getting to the fair in time, Daisy said. But the big new bus was very big. Soon it came to a very low bridge. This bus will not fit under that bridge, the driver said sadly. I guess we won't be going to the fair after all. What will we do? Asked Minnie. Daisy looked sad. Looks like there's one thing we won't be doing, she replied. We won't be winning any blue ribbons. Meanwhile, Goofy car chuggled along. Chug, chug went the door. Squeak, squeak went the wheels. Rattle, rattle went the engine. Gosh, it looks like that bus can't fit under the bridge, said Goofy. And there's Minnie and Daisy. They must be on their way to the fair. Goofy slammed on the brakes. Need a ride, he asked. Minnie and Daisy looked at Goofy's little old car. Then they looked back at the big new bus. Do you Ray think we'll make it all the way to the fair? Daisy asked. I think we can, Goofy told her. So Minnie and Daisy got in the car, and off they all went. Huey, Dewey, and Louie was singing in the back of Farmer Stillwagon truck. They was happy to be on their way to the fair. Just then they came to a sharp turn. Farmer Stillwagon turned the wheel as hard as he could, but he didn't know there's a family of raccoons just around the bend. Watch out, cried Dewey in alarm. Hold on, shouted Farmer Stillwagon. Yikes, cried the boys, as the truck rolled off the road. Then everyone got out to push. They pushed and pushed and pushed some more, but they could not push the truck back onto the road. I'll have to go home for help, said the farmer. Maybe you boys can try walking to the fair. Then he turned to go. I guess we'll have to wait until next year to ride the giant roller coasters, sighed Louie. The unhappy little boys did their best to cheer each other up. Then suddenly they heard a noise. Clink, clink. Squeak, squeak. Screech, screech. Screech. What is that? Asked Huey. Just then, Goofy car came around the bend. Wheel squeaking, tires squeaking, engine rattling, Old Faithful chugging along. Hooray, the boy cried. Need a ride to the fair? Asked Goofy. Do we ever? Exclaimed Dewey. But are you sure Old Faithful will make it? Dewey asked. We think it will, everyone said. Then Goofy pulled an order can from the trunk. Whip, whip, whip went the order as Goofy poured. Soon the car was on its way. Donald looked down at the road below. He was floating high in the sky in a hot air balloon. That was how he was going to the fair. Hello, he cried. He called to his friend. Then he said to himself, I guess Goofy and the gang are on their way to the fair too. But I can't believe they think Old Faithful will get them there. It's just a long way, and the road is so hilly and bumpy. All of a sudden, there was a big puff of wind. Down a balloon zoomed past the noisy old car. So long, he shouted. Soon, Donald spotted the top of the Ferris wheel. I have made it, he cried happily. But at the last minute, the wind suddenly changed. Instead, blowing Donald balloon toward the fair, it was blowing him away. Hey, yelled Donald, I'm going the wrong way. Now Donald could not see the Ferris wheel anymore, but that was not all. The balloon was floating lower and lower. Bumpity bump bump. Bump went the balloon. Before he knew it, Donald was on the ground. This is just great, Donald squatted. Now what am I going to do? At that moment, Donald heard a familiar beep beep. It was Goofy to the rescue. All of a sudden, Goofy's old car didn't look so bad. In fact, it looked downright wonderful. Am I glad to see you? Cried Donald. Hope you got room for one more. Sure, climb in, replied Goofy. Just then, Old Faithful hit a great big hole in the road. Hiss went the air from the tire. Oh no, Donald groaned. I knew we weren't going to make it. Of course we will, said Goofy. Old Faithful just needed a little help. So Goofy and his friends helped change Old Faithful's tires. In no time at all, they were on their way. Wow, this road trip is so steep that I can't even see the top, exclaimed Huey, as the little car climbed slowly up the mountain. The top doesn't look very high, agreed Mickey. Maybe we should just go around, suggested Daisy. We'll never make it, groaned Huey. I knew this road was too hard for this car, moaned Donald. Goofy looked all the way up at the top of the mountain. He patted the car. Just give it a try, Goofy said. The faithful old car huffed and puffed. Then it leaped forward with one great big jump. Here we go, Goofy shouted. Sure enough, the tired old car creeped up. up and up the mountain until it was nearly at the top. Then it gave a great shiver and a loud sigh. Slowly it began to roll back down the road. Come on, old friend, you can do it. The car wheezed, the car coughed. Then it began to move. Up it crawled. They all sat on the edge of their seat. I think we can do it, said Goofy. I think we can too, replied Mickey, crossing his finger. Before long, everyone in the car was shouting, I think we can, I think we can, I think we can. The faithful old car did its very best. It huffed and puffed and chugged all the way until it was almost there. Old Faithful had just a few yards to go, but with a sputter and a mighty cough, it stopped in the tracks. We can't give up now, cried Mickey, jumping out to push. The others joined. Goofy stared. They pushed and pushed until they were all out of breath. Just a little more to go, gasped Donald. Let's all give one push together, cried Mickey. We think we can. We think we can, the friend chatted. And with 1, 2, 3 push, the faithful old car coughed and started. Hooray, they all shouted. They jumped in just as Old Faithful rounded the top of the hill, and the faithful old car sailed down the mountain. Lickety split. Chug, chug, chug went the doors. Squeak, squeak, squeak went the wheel. Rattle, rattle went the engine. But no one was listening. They were too busy cheering. We knew we could do it. We knew we could do it. We knew we could do it, they cried. Goofy Old Faithful and all their friends had made it to the fair at last. So that was Goofy Go to the Fair from 1990. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment. Have a good every day, but another video coming out real soon.